Okay, the purpose of this clip is to help you navigate the various documents and folders that I posted on Blackboard for you. The first thing that I want to emphasize is you just have a folder called syllabus. Just go through that. That really focuses on my instructional beliefs regarding the class and a little bit about the assignments. Secondly, when you open the folder, you're going to see something called PowerPoints from Borg and Gall. When I open that, I've put together 5 PowerPoints for you, and these should serve as a reference for you as you do your dissertation. They deal with issues like sampling, reliability and validity, different types of scores and measurements, but they're very succinct, and as you try to write up your chapter 3, they'll be very helpful to you. It's not something that we're going to go over, but it's more like these slides contain language that you could use as you develop your methods of your dissertation, and much of it's relevant to quantitative and qualitative. So that's just a resource for you. Another resource for you is called Data Collection Tips, and within that I have 3 different documents. The first one is called Survey Tips, and that's just a PDF file. And it's really a succinct list of things to do and not do as you create a survey. It deals with issues like double-barrel questionings, where somebody puts 2 different issues in the same item, and a respondent could potentially agree and disagree with one at the same time. You know, they have a different opinion of the other. But it's just a really nice little list of about 25 things to consider when you create a survey. Also in that file, I've done the same thing for a qualitative study, 16 things you should think about as you develop an interview protocol or focus group questions. And then last is a document called a sample frame. And what a sample frame does is it says, here's who I targeted for my data collection, or here's everyone that exists in the KCTCS system. I ruled out these particular colleges, I ruled out these particular communities, and I included these because they are, for example, in all Appalachian counties. So a sample frame just takes your reader from start to finish with who was possibly going to be included in your study, to the rules which you follow to get to the final sample that you included in your interviews or in your surveys. So that's a sample frame. Again, these are intended just to be resources. I hope that you'll print them out and make a binder, because I think they'll come in to be very, very helpful for dissertation, quantitative or qualitative. The next thing that I want you to see, and this is probably the most important folder in the class, it's called Analyses and Outputs. And what I do in each of these, I'm going to open the document called Means Comparison. And what you'll see is I'll have a problem at the top for you to work on, independently, for example. And it'll give you the question, and it'll give you the variable names, and then it will tell you to refer to output 9. So in the means comparisons, I'm going to have outputs numbered, and exactly what you need to do to click on to generate those outputs so that you can match them up. So for output 9, it's about an analysis of variance. Here are some assumptions that you need to meet when you run an analysis of variance. Then I'll give you a question that requires an analysis of variance, and I'll ask you to click on these things all the way through, run it, and in a separate folder, what you'll do is you will actually have the outputs that go with that. So I would scroll down to output 9, and this would be the chart that you should be able to match from my database once you run output 9.